It ended up not being an easy run, not gonna lie. Running. It was an hour ago, by the way. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. I am so hungry.
I totally forgot to eat.
I'm eating pre-dinner. We're going to do running. Yay. We just finished our morning run and it was an hour ago, by the way, and I desperately need some fuel. So welcome to the full day of eating. We are starting off with some pasta salad. I also added a beautiful tub of mackerel fillets for some omegas and some protein and some spice, and I'm going to top it off with some lean cheese. I don't believe in breakfast foods, by the way. Your girl needs some fuel because this run was supposed to be easy and it ended up not being easy. So I did a couple of intervals. So I am going to add some lean and then sit down and talk you through what this full day of eating is looking like and why I'm eating this way and what's going on when it comes to nutrition for me. Okay, so that puts me at a whopping 657 calories with almost 40 grams of protein for breakfast, which I'm super, super happy about. The reason why I wanted to sit down and, let me put this here. The reason why I wanted to sit down and have a little chat with you and show you what I eat in a day is because for the last 10 years, I have been bodybuilding, and I recently switched to hybrid style training. I started running in May after a decade of telling myself I'm never gonna do this because of the trauma that gymnastics training has put me under. I was a gymnast growing up. I started at the age of 11, and that meant that I had a lot of catching up to do. Now, the type of gymnastics I did was not like the beam and stuff. It was aerobics gymnastics, so it was a slightly different kind of sport, but it was honestly, like genuinely speaking, extremely rough. And the way I was coached back then was very strict. It was just, you know, go hard or go home. So because of that, because I didn't fit the mold that my coaches thought a gymnast should look like, I was dieting a lot and I was trying to burn as many calories as possible with running. I developed an eating disorder, but that's a story for another day. And I told myself once I quit gymnastics that I would never run again. However, this past May, I've fallen out of love with the gym, and I've been sort of like very clueless about like what I wanted to do with my fitness journey. I was just not really going anywhere, and I'm very competitive. So bodybuilding was not in the cards because we had so many things going on. Like we just moved house, like it's still not finished. When it comes to furniture, we just got our light fittings done yesterday. So it's been a lot of stress, and I knew that going into another bodybuilding prep would not be it for me. So we signed up to a hybrid race, and I was like, okay, I'm strong and I know that my, intervals, like high intensity stuff, I can do well. But I was not running, and there's a big running part. But since May, I've been training hybrid, and not gonna lie, in the beginning, like I was not really a fan of the training style. I was always like low impact, go full out, like go to full intensity, and adjusting to that was not a fun thing to do. And then we competed in an Athex Games, which I absolutely enjoyed. By the way, if you haven't seen the daily vlog like that I did on the day of the show, if you haven't seen the vlog that I filmed on the day of the competition, make sure that you check it out because it was absolute fun, a lot of fun. So basically we had an extra ticket on the day and we managed to defer it to February. So we're prepping for that now, and I feel like my training is a little bit more structured. I have more of a clue of what I'm doing and I'm actually enjoying it now. But that also comes with me having to eat more food. So my goals before going into the first Athex was to drop body fat because I was not happy with my body. But then as we were getting closer and closer to the Athex, training, like lifting weights 3 times a week, doing metcons twice a week, doing rowing and cycling once a week, and I was running 2 to 3 times a week. It was a lot for my body to handle, and I started getting sore. My strength was not where it was supposed to be. So recently I decided after the Athex to go on a reverse diet and to keep things very, very, very gradual. So what I'm doing right now is I'm slowly and steadily increasing my food intake. I've bumped up my protein. I'm focusing on staying as close to track as possible. Obviously, because I don't necessarily have sort of physique goals at the moment, it's more performance based. I'm not necessarily worried about, you know, staying lean, but even throughout this reverse diet, what I've noticed is that I was maintaining my weight and I have been leaning out and I'm just looking better because my training has changed a lot and I'm so happy about it. Currently, I'm on a reverse diet. I'm eating to perform and I'm not stressing too much about tracking down to the T, like single grams of macros. I'm mostly focusing on calories and protein, focusing on carbs around training. So that is basically why I wanted to show you what I eat as a hybrid girly. I still feel weird about saying this, but what I eat as a hybrid girly to help me fuel myself. Today is a double training day too. So I'm going to go to a spin class to help me with like intervals and help me with like, you know, intensity work. So I need to refuel now. And then later down the line, I'm going to show you what I eat during the day to fuel up. Probably before the spin class, I might just have a small snack because this is going to keep me full for long. And then afterwards, I'll take you through the whole day and the whole sort of like what I do in a day and what I eat in a day. So with that, welcome back to the channel. In case we haven't met yet, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Hajni and I am currently just navigating fitness as a women's fitness and health coach, but at the same time as a competitive athlete who has been an athlete all her life. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit subscribe, like this video and comment something nice below for the girlies. At the end of the day, I don't just want to share my journey, but I also want to give you a lot of information and a lot of education because that's just what I love. I come from a background of dieting, restricting, and I feel like I finally found my balance. So welcome to the channel. Let's get into the full day of eating. Today on the plan, what we've got is client check-ins. Please ignore the mess in the background. As I said, we just had our life fittings done yesterday. So there's still quite a bit to reorganize. I also have to find my Aura Ring charger because I don't know where it went. I swear it was here, but I don't know where it is now. I'm actually going to start on client check-ins first, then I've got a call, and then I'm going to basically update some client programs and post in my stories. For Black Friday, all the way up to Cyber Monday, by the way, I am running a story freebie grab. So you're gonna see this on Saturday. So there's till 2/2.5 days left to go. By the time you see this, so feel free to pop into the description below and check out my Instagram. On my stories, I post like 3 guides that you can grab every single day for totally free. I just want you to feel great. I want to help you kickstart your journey. But with that, I'm gonna clock in to work and then I'm gonna basically get ready for spin, and afterwards I'm gonna continue with check-ins, client work, and also designing more guides for Black Friday because you deserve it, you deserve it, you deserve it all. You're sleeping really well too, which is absolutely amazing. This has been something that we have been looking at improving and you have absolutely crushed it. Whenever you are pre-logging things, I would like you to pre-log the protein first and then fill up the rest of your calories. Okay, so make sure that you're hitting your protein first. Okay, check-ins done. Now onto the joys of working from home, which is unloading laundry. It's as usual. Oh yes, me. I'm going to put in another load, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about these 2 detergents because, oh my god, if you've never heard about tallow and ash, they're incredible. I freaking love them. The smell is so nice. Like, it is perfume inspired, all of it. The only issue that I have with them is that Candy Beach, this scent that I'm using, it literally like ran out and they discontinued it, and it genuinely is the best smelling thing. Like, it really reminds me of Kayali perfumes, and I'm a big vanilla girly, and oh my god, this is so nice. Oh, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just so fucking passionate about their laundry detergents because it smells so good. And I'm gonna hang this up, have a monster because I'm feeling quite tired, even though I had a coffee this morning when I was running. And then I'm gonna have a snack before going to spin. I just exported a video. I'm basically revamping and re-recording the whole resource library for my clients. I've just finally finished editing one of the videos that I recorded about the importance of not only your what, like in terms of your goals, but also the importance of your why. So I am going to upload that and then plan out the rest of the videos that I have to record so that I can fill the resource library back up, because we had a very extensive resource library already, but I just felt like it was time for a change. And some of the master classes have been so long. Like I can yap on about like so many topics for so long. I just felt like it would be nice to sort of like re-record things in a little bit more of a digestible way. I just need to shorten them and condense them so it's a little bit faster for my clients. The women that I work with, they are extremely busy women. They work in high demand jobs, high stress jobs, they run their own businesses, they have side hustles, they have families to take care of while working, they have a lot of aspirations. So it's really important that I make it as little and as digestible for them to process all this information and learn as possible. At the end of the day, yes, I want my clients to stay with me forever, but I also don't want my clients to stay with me forever. My goal is for them to have a full understanding of their body, their mind, to be able to do everything that we do together on their own once they feel like they are ready. Some coaches wouldn't agree. A lot of people say that it's not profitable. I don't give a shit, because I wish someone would have done this for me in the past. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got a full outline right there. I've got a full outline of the resource library with a lot of content. All I'm doing today is designing some of the presentations that I need to design and putting together outlines for every single one of these videos so that I can record it all for them. Quick outfit change, that is all recorded now. Just finished that. I just need to grab my training gear and it's almost time for me to leave. I literally have to be out of the flat within the next 5 minutes. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll catch you later. Okay, quick pre-workout snack sorted. And I can't wait for this spin class, not gonna lie. I just found a quiet corner and I'm gonna do a little bit of mobility, a little bit of hip stability and strength.
Yeah.
Gym done, and I'm not gonna lie, I am so hungry. Like so incredibly hungry. It's crazy. Because even though I've increased my calories up by quite a bit, I still think that I am in a deficit or lower than what I would need to support my body with the amount of training that I do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go home, have some food, and then wait basically just one more week before I reassess, because I don't want to go too fast and I'd rather take advantage of this time when I'm still in sort of like an energy deficit, if that makes sense. After the spin session, I actually ended up having a little bit of fun instead of recording training videos, because the gym was extremely busy. Instead of bothering people in the functional area and, you know, just interrupting people's workouts, which I'm not really a fan of, I decided, okay, I'm going to practice some skills and do some rehab work and prehab work, because hybrid training is no joke, okay? Hybrid training is no joke, first of all. My ankles are really feeling the increased amount of obviously running, that impacts my knees and that impacts my hips. So I need to be very careful about these things. So I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that I am healthy and my joints are healthy. Also, I feel like my piriformis is acting up ever since I've started deadlifting again. So I need to take care of that. I need to monitor that. Thankfully, I have a corrective exercise specialism, so that is all sorted. Me and my sister were actually talking about how fun it would be to, you know, relearn our gymnastic skills, but without the pressure. So I was doing some handstand drills, some L-sit drills, and then also some hip mobility stuff. So yeah.
I fully am going to be honest with you. I totally forgot to eat because your girl just sat down and ended up just doing a lot of work. It is 6:30 and I need to eat. And we're actually gonna order some furniture finally because Adam's home. A little bit of an oopsie. Yesterday, I made the pasta salad, right? I made 4 portions and I portioned it out couldn't finish mine. So I'm eating pre-dinner before actual dinner. So what I'm gonna do is I'll eat this and then I'll go and prep actual dinner, which is probably gonna be Thai curry with some prawns because we have some prawns lying around in the fridge and they have to be used and we love prawns. So I'm just having the same pasta salad that I made yesterday that I also had for breakfast, but with a different topping. So yesterday I added some tuna to it and then I added some Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna finish what I didn't finish yesterday because technically it's still in my macros, but it's from yesterday that I couldn't finish because I was so full. And then I'm gonna start prepping for actual dinner.
Furniture to purchase. Okay, start with armchair.
It is now quite a bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and cook. Finish off my macros for the day. Made a curry. Not the way that I usually do, because normally what you would do is put in some coconut milk and then, or like put in some oil, then the curry paste, and then some coconut milk, and then mix it together. But I just didn't do it that way. I wanted to be creative and basically thought, why not just put like onions in and some carrots, and then I was gonna do sort of like a little mixture with like the curry paste, and then I was like, might as well just put in some coconut milk. So in the meantime, while that cooks, we are actually trying to decide on our furniture. And genuinely speaking, I know that it's stressful, but I really hope that this is going to be our biggest stressor ever in life. So we could not muting
And match side.
So that was my full day of eating. It is now a day later and I just wanted to take some time to close out this video because I really suck at doing that. Call me a bad vlogger, whatever you want to call me. I'm not great at closing out full days of eatings and vlogs unless it's like a sit down video where I have some sort of an outline. But as you can see, it was quite a chaotic day. We have a lot going on still when it comes to the flat. We're both training really, really hard. So, you know, in the morning we went on a run together. That was supposed to be an easy run for me, and then it ended up becoming a harder run because I just felt great and I wanted to do some intervals. I actually love like running a little bit faster and not at easy pace, but that's what all runners say. Obviously, it was quite a heavy cardio-based workout day, and then I also made the mistake of coming home and not eating straight away after my spin class. I just sat down straight to work and I did a lot. It's just how life is at the moment, and that's just the reality of it. If you have a goal, you have to make room for it, and sometimes it's just going to look chaotic. Same thing with nutrition. Like, yes, it was chaotic. Yes, it was like the same meal basically twice, but the key for me right now is to eat foods that I enjoy eating, have some fun here and there, maybe have some takeaways here and there, but at the same time, just like simplify everything so we don't have to worry about nutrition at all. We can just like almost automate it. So that is why I love prepping like pasta salads that have enough carbs, and then I just top it with some protein like tuna, like some fake chicken because I still don't eat meat, something on top of it to help increase the protein intake, or like Greek yogurt. We always like to add that on top of our meals to make it a little bit more creamy, and then also to increase protein content. So that is basically how a very chaotic full day of eating looks like for me on a double training day, on a reverse diet. And I absolutely cannot wait to show you more bits and pieces of how much my training has transformed. I'm actually filming a full week of training for next week's video. Make sure that you click subscribe if you want to be notified about it and if you want to see it. So thank you so much for watching. Again, as I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because your girl's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure that you hit like on this video and comment something nice below for the girlies. As I said in the beginning of this video, I don't just want to document my journey. I want to actually build a community over here too, and I want to actually teach you stuff that is useful that I've learned over the past decade of me being on my fitness journey, bodybuilding, being a gymnast before that, and then now going into hybrid training. So with that, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching again. You are absolutely amazing, and I really hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend when you're watching this, or weekday if you're watching it during a weekday. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week.